everyone, welcome to this episode of Bring Pretty Back with Kristen. I did a show a little bit ago, I didn't record, redoing it. First, I'd like to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch the shows. And I have a favor. If you like them, please share them. It helps me out. So I say thank you from me and thank you from Pretty Rosie. We appreciate it so much if you share the shows to your peeps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Today, I was looking around for ways to talk about ways to bring pretty back. I can't stop. I'm always looking, I'm always thinking, and it seems like everything can kind of relate to ways to bring pretty back into our life. Today, it began with, of all things, a gallon of milk. I picked up the milk, and I thought, what does a gallon of milk have to do with anything? I'll tell you. A gallon of milk weighs 8 pounds. 8 pounds. Did you know that? 1 gallon of milk weighs 8 pounds. So, if you think to yourself, I really haven't lost any weight. I've only lost 5 pounds. I've only lost 10 pounds. Pick up a gallon of milk and measure how far you've come. That's 8 pounds. It's a lot. Or, how about this? Even 1 little pound of butter. 1 little box of butter is 1 pound. So even if you think, get on the scale, and you've lost 1 pound, 2 pounds, or 3 pounds, that represents a pound, because that's what it is. So, it's a lot. We seem to think that if it's not something huge, if it isn't 100 pounds, or if it isn't a huge business deal, or it isn't something just huge, it doesn't matter. There's no significance, there's no value to it. But you know what? There's big value. There's big value to even little things. If you are going to write a book, you start with a letter. You start with a letter. Then it goes into a word, a sentence, a paragraph, a chapter. You got yourself a book. That's how I wrote mine. So when I wrote my first book, it started with a letter. 1 letter. And I did it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Also, even the 8 pounds, we think we minimize our goal, we minimize our accomplishments, don't we? Don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what? 1 pound of butter turns into 8 pounds, turns into, I was looking at the dog food. This is where the dog food comes into play. I was looking at the dog food, and I tried to pick it up, but I can't pick up a bag of dog food like with one hand. Like down here, this is 50 pounds. 50 pounds. So I tried to pick that up, impossible. I couldn't drag this the length of the store. I couldn't drag this way. So if you've lost 50 pounds, I'm telling you right now, my hat's off to you. You know what? If I wasn't holding the phone, I'd be clapping my hands for you, because that is a lot. So 50 pounds. Okay, put it back. All right. I have to come back and put that back on the shelf, because I'm not that girl. I'll get it back on there. So don't sell yourself short if you haven't lost 50 pounds in a week. Give yourself a huge round of applause if you've lost 1 pound. Give yourself a round of applause if you've written 1 sentence to your book. Give yourself a round of applause if you have called the college to see if you can take a course. Do that. People are looking at me. Anyway, so give yourself credit. Doesn't have to be huge. Clap for the little things. And what is your 1 pound of butter? What is your 1 pound of butter thing that you've done today for you, or this week, or this year? And then give yourself a round of applause, pat on the back, celebrate anything that you've done to move forward in your life, to make yourself happier, to make your life prettier. You know what? That's what this is all about. Little things really are big things. Thank you so much for taking the time on this episode of Bring Pretty Back with Kristen. Please share the show if you like it. It means a lot to me. And I think go out and have a pretty day.